All men who have achieved great things have been great dreamers. If freedom is short of weapons, we must compensate with willpower. If I can stop one heart from breaking, I shall not live in vain. Except our own thoughts, there is nothing absolutely in our power. Do no harm, and leave the world a better place than you found it. Fear defeats more people than any other one thing in the world. Being born is like being kidnapped and then sold into slavery. Adapt what is useful, reject what is useless, and add what is specifically your own. The most common form of despair is not being who you are. Do not presume that richness or poorness will bring you happiness. The only way out of the labyrinth of suffering is to forgive. My only advice is to stay aware, listen carefully, and yell for help if you need it. A good traveler has no fixed plans and is not intent on arriving. Great knowledge sees all in one. Small knowledge breaks down into the many. Start each day with a positive thought and a grateful heart. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. Nobody ever lives their life all the way up, except bullfighters. Like the sun and moon, they end but to begin anew. Like the 4 seasons, they pass away to return once more. If those at your top are weak, your bottom will be rotten. When you walk in silence, your excellence will always speak for you. When you say I and my too much, you lose the capacity to understand the we and our. Success is defined in units of fun. It's all about being happy. When a wise man points at the moon, the imbecile examines the finger. Take care of your body. Remember, health is another form of wealth. You not only are hunted by others, you unknowingly hunt yourself. The reason why the universe is eternal is that it does not live for itself. It gives life to others as it transforms. The language of light can only be decoded by the heart. Agitate him and ascertain the pattern of his movement. Of all those in the army close to the commander, none is more intimate than the secret agent. We seek the fire of the spark that is already within us. But truly, if I were not Alexander, I would be Diogenes. Life provides chances to open your heart all the time. A battering ram can knock down a city wall, but it cannot stop a hole. Different things have different uses. Success usually comes to those who are too busy looking for it. Never say that I have taken it, only that I have given it back. Everyone who got to where they are had to begin where they were. I live in my own little world, but it's okay, they know me here. Every second alive is the greatest gift we will ever know. It isn't where you came from, it's where you're going that counts. There are few reasons for telling the truth, but for lying, the number is infinite. Never feel guilty or ashamed for the mistakes of others. If you wait by the river long enough, the bodies of your enemies will float by. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand. Don't be afraid of failure. This is the way to succeed. Prioritize your physical and mental health. They are your most valuable assets. Beware of the small things. A small leak can sink a great ship. The higher we soar, the smaller we appear to those who cannot fly. But the only way never to do the wrong thing is never to do anything. You fall because you are human and rise because you are divine. Weak leadership can wreck the soundest strategy. To go outside what your charge was and to try to solve everything yourself is dangerous. Life isn't about escaping, but it's all about experiencing. I don't want life to imitate art. I want life to be art. We must meet the challenge rather than wish it were not before us. It's not what you are in life, but what you make of it. Your story is remarkable, even if you don't know it yet. The smallest light has greater power than the largest darkness. Invincibility depends on oneself, the enemy's vulnerability on him. There is nothing more important than your eternal salvation. After all, if you run far enough, no one can catch you. Don't let the fear of losing them keep you from loving them. Keep your best wishes close to your heart and watch what happens. I can't feel my tongue, but I know it's there because I'm talking. Maybe everyone is just waiting for someone else to save them. In the end, it will all work out okay. The end isn't final if we're not okay with it. I was never aware of any other option but to question everything. In the end, you have to choose whether or not to trust someone. Law is made by the winner to preserve victory over the loser. Energy may be likened to the bending of a crossbow, decision to the releasing of a trigger. Two things are infinite, the universe and human stupidity, and I am not sure about the universe. To subdue an enemy without fighting is the greatest of skills. I shall allow no man to belittle my soul by making me hate him. Life is like an onion. You peel it off one layer at a time, and sometimes you weep. He will win who, prepared himself, waits to take the enemy unprepared. Our ability to adapt is amazing. Our ability to change isn't quite as spectacular. Always blow your own trumpet. Blowing someone else's is unhygienic. Nothing happens until something moves. Cherish that which is in you and shut out that which is without, for much knowledge is a curse. Science is organized knowledge. Wisdom is organized life. Enchantment lies in everyday moments if you are observant. If you are untrustworthy, people will not trust you. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. You know, there's no such thing as a complete lie. There's always some truth in there. When the going gets weird, the weird turn professional. By what men think, we create the world around us, daily new. A thing is not necessarily true because a man dies for it. Kindness is a language which the deaf can hear and the blind can see. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Recognizing power in another does not diminish your own. I care for no man on earth, and no man on earth cares for me. If you are willing to go out on a limb, the tree of life holds endless possibilities. Integrity is doing the right thing when nobody's watching, doing as you say you would do. Let the speaker speak truly, and the judge decide justly. What the superior man seeks is in himself. What the small man seeks is in others. Sometimes the grass is greener, sometimes it is sick. One half of the world cannot understand the pleasures of the other. Don't be afraid to challenge the pros, even in their own backyard. I don't want to end up simply having visited this world. A clever person solves a problem. A wise person avoids it. If the road is easy, you're likely going the wrong way.